This shop looks popular today. Butterfly do cosm... Oh, Sijwin's here too! Hey there, Sijwin! Hello there, Traveler and Paimon. You bet we are! So anyway, what do you... The Duke insists I take regular vacations in the court of... This one just so happened to coincide with a promotion for a new skincare product, so I came over to take a look. Wait, you write? For a magazine? It's called Beautés en Fleur, and it's run by the Fontaine Beauty Association. Oh, wow! You're a maritime flower? If Paimon's not mistaken, you're one of the leading figures... What? I really like this role. The staff at Cosmo... Well, they sure don't want to make an enemy of the maritime flower. Obviously, it's because of Sijwin's love for... The truth is, I study this field because I cherish my... Oh... The words of a master beautician defy... Not really. Actually, Mills, if I had to describe our approach, I'd say it's based on cuteness. Oh! Yep. Still, I really... Turns out, my knowledge and Oh, Paimon gets it now. But speaking of... Ooh, wait! No, I don't mind. If you're interested. A shape-shifting story? Oh. Once. Long ago, humans rejected Melazines, and Melazines feared humans. There was one Melazine who became fascinated with human medicine, but no human wanted her help. And there was one girl who liked Melazines, so no humans would make friends with her. So, the Melazine became the girl's friend, and the girl became the Melazine's patient. Your checkup's all done. You're still in perfect health. Thank you, Dr. Melazine. In this game of doctor and patient, a friendship was born. Then, one day, the girl fell ill. The Melazine was the only doctor to arrive on time, but the adults sent her away.
Scram! Melazines can't be trusted!
So just because I'm not human, I can't save my best friend? In desperation, the Melazine approached the frightening witch. She begged and begged until she got a reply.
If you take this potion, concocted of sin, you will gain a human face and grow human limbs. But then, you will lose everything that attracted this friend of yours to you in the first place. Can you accept that?
The Melazine did not hesitate for very long. On a rainy night, a little doctor knocked on the girl's door. The doctor wore a hood and raincoat, maybe to protect her from the rain, but maybe also to hide a secret. The little doctor held the girl's hand and treated her illness, just as she had so many times before. Dawn came, and the little girl's condition improved. But the little doctor was long gone, for she knew her friend would never recognize her again. And so, since then, I've lived my life in human form. Most people... Ooh, a witch? A poet? Trust me, it's a true story. Must be the way you told it then. It just sounds so... Yeah, Not every Melazine would take human form. Treating patients is a doctor's duty. We must... Ugh. It's so crazy that they turned you away just because you were a Melazine. Especially when their daughter was so sick. Well, sometimes appearance can be a real barrier. Paimon too! You're super cute this way.
Attention customers! Thank you all for waiting. Now, on behalf of our skincare partner, I'm delighted to announce...
Whoa, there we go. Let's have a look, shall we? Paimon, if you want to buy... Really? Personal advice right from a leader of the Fontaine Beauty Association?
Allow me to introduce our newest skin lotion, Butterfly Dew. To say that it improves skin quality is an understatement. This product gets its name from the way it transforms your... We are thrilled to have the inventor of this fantastic product with us here today. Please welcome...
Thank you. Hello, everyone. I'm Rawat, and I developed Butterfly Dew.
Wow. What? He's a researcher? Well, he's...
It seems that everyone is surprised. I'm well aware that researchers are generally better. Of course, appearance is a skin-deep way of defining a... It can rob a young person of their self-confidence when applying for a job. Dissuade a young... But what if I told you that if our appearance prevents us from changing, wash away moles, birthmarks, and wrinkles, and they can no longer rob us of our confidence. Replace them with luster and radiance. That is why Butterfly Dew exists. Its mission is to allow us to shed our pupae, undergo a complete metamorphosis, and embrace...
Well, whether it actually works or not, after that speech...
Mr. Rawat,
Of course, I tried it many times while I was testing it.
Wow, then it's sure to work.
Still, I don't expect to convince you just by blowing my...
Oh, I'm a volunteer!
Oh! Ah, what an honor! It appears we have a giant of the Fontaine Beauty
Sure.
whoa, is that a maritime flower?
Here you go.
Well, it's very kind to the skin, and the absorption rate is high. Wow, now that's high praise.
I'll take one.
Any discounts?
All right. Well, all that remains for me to say is... Butterfly Dew is now on...
Think we should buy a bottle too? Aww, really? Well, it's still good to care for your skin though, right? Paimon definitely feels kinda rough from being exposed to the elements all the time. And if you're worried about whether it's the right product for you,
It's an honor to receive such high praise from you. To be honest,
with most skincare products, the pros and cons only become yet this one has instant benefits. Improving skin Don't worry though, I plan to keep using it, and I'll publish regular-
Oh, I was hoping for a more casual conversation, but you are a beauty
Sijwin! Oh, excuse us, Miss Beauty
Wait, are you the renowned traveler?
That's right, and by his side, the equally famous Paimon.
Well, Butterfly Dew is made for all skin types, so no matter who you are, you can rest assured that it will be...
Why would it work better on Fontainians?
In the interests of protecting my trade secrets, I'm afraid I can't...
Alright then.
Save yourself the trouble. I'd be greatly honored to have both of you use my product. Here.
Yay! Paimon's private fund survives!
I can see why you might... To me, finding new customers for Butterfly Dew is about...
Admirers of physical beauty. Eesh, that's embarrassing to say out loud. It sounds so
It's nothing to be ashamed of, Miss Paimon. Most people claim to desire inner virtue, but it's still physical appearance. This is a fact of life. It's only natural for people to...
You're right. Everyone loves beauty, don't they?
Look at the time. My apologies, but I have other things to attend to. I'll leave you with these 2 bottles of butterfly dew, and I look forward to seeing you again.
Paimon, I'd say there's no need for you and the Traveler to use this product for now. What? The quality is fine. I just think there's Really? Then why didn't you tell Rawat about that? Researchers are a very special breed of human. You can point out their flaws to their face and they won't. If I'd mentioned it, he probably would. Fair enough, that makes sense. If you're interested in the more effective version... When you say more effective, you mean it'll make Paimon even prettier? Ooh, how can we say no? As for me, it's probably time I got... Alright, see you there then! Just up ahead, Traveler. The ingredients for Sijwin should be nearby. Coming at ya!
Inazuma shines eternal!
Huh?
everything goes smoothly.
Whoa, the infirmary is
Please, you have to believe me. I saw it with my own...
Got it, okay. I've written down everything first. Which...
Your index finger, but...
Very good. Hey there, Your Grace. It's been a while.
Ah, it's you two. Indeed it has.
No worries. Actually, we were looking for Sijwin.
This inmate came running to the guards in a panic, claiming to have...
A doppelganger? Doesn't that just mean someone else kinda looks like him?
And that's what I thought when the report first reached my desk. But we've inspected our records. No one even vague, considering how certain he is of what he saw. I can only surmise that he's had...
Alright, very good. Evaluation complete. I couldn't find any symptoms pointing to a physical condition.
I see. So do you still believe there's more likely to be an issue with his mind than his body?
I have to assume so for now. Psychological issues are more difficult to detect. At this stage, we can at least confirm that he is in command of his cognitive
The rumor mill will go crazy if word of this gets out. Guards, take him to the ward for a period of observation. The Marechaussee Phantom has requested my cooperation on a case, otherwise I'd deal with this myself. Sorry for the...
No problem, Your Grace. I'll add him to my observation list.
By the way, we have a couple of guests here who have made the trip just to see you. I imagine it must be important.
Oh, Traveler, Paimon, it's you. Hey there, Sijwin!
I'll be in my office if you desperately need me.
Okay, bye-bye! So, Sijwin. Would you mind waiting for just a moment? I have another patient to see. Oh, sure!
Sijwin, we've brought him. And he seems to have taken a turn for the worse again.
Okay, don't panic. Let's start by sitting him down here. Paimon had no idea how busy it can get for Sijwin. Maybe now's not the time to ask for her help with skin. Good point. Besides, it might actually be interesting to observe her. Well, this could hurt, so I suggest you take a deep breath first. Did it? Face?
It's anyone's guess. His face melted off shortly after arriving at the fortress. But since he's a serious offender, he can't... Oh, this is gonna be awkward. We still need to bring him to the Marechaussee Phantom for questioning. What if he scares them half to death? Will that be our fault?
The Marechaussee Phantom?
Yep, it was a huge case. They bagged a few dozen crooks in one fell swoop.
You done gawking?
Not yet. I need to check the severity of... Don't worry. We Melazines have a very different sense of aesthetics from humans.
Don't patronize me. Do I look like a kid to you?
Hey, lose the attitude. You dare talk back to our head nurse like...
Oh, it's fine. Okay, I'm going to apply the medication. Look how nice Sijwin's being. And he still talks to her like that?
Can I leave now?
Wow, not a peep.
Thank you, Sijwin. And I apologize for the trouble.
So, Traveler, Paimon, did you bring the ingredients?
We did, but we don't want to interfere or anything. You're busy saving lives here.
Oh, don't be silly. I agreed to it, didn't I? Just hand me the ingredients and take a rest here if you want. Or, if you're not tired, I hear they're holding a new pancreation tournament in the administration area.
Or alternatively, is there anything we could help you with, Sijwin? That's right! Let us help you out! It's the least we could do!
Good point. Kind-hearted humans start to develop guilt if they accept free help from others. Don't worry. I'll take a look at my schedule. I'm sure I can find something to treat this condition. I gotta warn you, though. It'll be tiring work.
We're ready, Sijwin! What's our first mission?
I found the perfect job for the Traveler. First, I'd like you to lie down in this bed.
What for?
I need you to pretend to be sick.
What?
Oh, is it that difficult?
Oh, so you knew.
I sure did. He was way more interesting than the usual.
Well, this is awkward.
No time to explain. My next patient will be here any second. Oh, please, just do as I say.
Okay.
Well, your mother has enough on her plate with a busy job.
I know! I shouldn't treat the I thought I'd be able to have some fun here at the
All right. Sit yourself down and I'll take your temperature.
But Doc, it's so bitter. Do I really have to? Can't you just write me a note saying I'm on the mend?
I sure can. You're a very brave boy after all.
Huh?
Well, if you want to rely on your own immune system to clear up your fever, then you'll have to tough it out like this guy.
Hang in there, Traveler! Are you gonna puke? Paimon can get you a paper...
As long as you're tough enough to get through the nausea and dizziness.
And...
Hey! Wake up!
Put it... Oh, of course.
It's so bitter.
All done. Great job, you two.
That kid really doesn't know what's good for him.
His mother's a guard here. She's been working back-to-back shifts lately. But unfortunately, his father's away on a business trip. He was quite happy at first.
So you made us put on that act just to scare a kid into taking his
It's a technique.
Oh, you had a teacher? Was she
She was human.
Oh...
No, it's fine. I really liked... She was a traveling doctor. And since she didn't have a clinic, she used to say, if you can scare the little brats into taking their medicine, you won't have to hear them wailing and screeching when their condition gets worse.
She's
Strict. Well, that's not how my...
strange way for a doctor to describe themselves. Nope.
As it...
Oh, wow, yeah. Oh,
Yep. Hold it,
why does it almost sound like...
Oh, because I am. If she was here...
a doctor who looks like a witch?
Oh, me, on the other hand,
That's actually a good thing, you know?
oh, my next patient should be arriving now. Would you mind?
Sure thing! On to the next mission! Is it nighttime already? That flew by. You really have a busy job, Sijwin.
Well, thanks to you two, it was much easier.
Aww. Should we get some rest?
Oh, there is one last thing.
Confidential?
It's fine. You're not living here anymore, so it's okay if you know. All it is.
Wait, you mean those?
My patients refuse.
Considering even the chef's version makes...
You want to find out? I can teach you how to make it. That way, if you ever suffer from exhaustion on your future travels...
Sure? Guess we can help out one more time.
The ingredients are ready. Now, put them on the table. First, we add this special slime condensate. Stir thoroughly, then pour it in. See that? It adds elasticity. It looks just like tasty gel.
Yeah!
Next up, xenochromatic crystals. You want to...
Wait, are those from Fontimer Aberrant?
Finally, we'll need some high-protein meat.
Oh! Frogs.
And we're done. All that's left. Yesterday in the production zone, I noticed an inmate who's been working.
Sijwin really does have the inmate.
Ah, head nurse.
Just the one today.
Sounds good. I'll make sure.
Sounds like they're tough.
Thanks for your help.
Oh, it's no trouble at all. I only.
That won't do. If you reduce your sleeping hours...
All right, nurse.
Well, I'm done with work for today. Thanks for helping out, you...
Seems like the guards and staff here have a lot.
Head nurse, please, wait. I'm sorry to disturb you this late at night, but
Okay, just relaxing.
the guard at the observation ward, Odilon, he told me to pass on a message to you. One of the inmates there, the guy suffering from possible...
You were right to tell me. I'll have to examine...
Looks like we've got one job as medical assistant.
Ah, head nurse, you're finally here. I'm so sorry for all the trouble. After giving it some thought, I'm sure that I was probably just seeing.
I totally understand. Still, I have to give you an examination before I can discharge you, okay?
Again, so sorry. I was in
Oh, not at all. It's a lot to remember.
Your pinky.
All right. All indicators seem...
So it was a stress-induced hallucination after...
Well, we've certainly had previous cases of mental illness caused by overwork.
Please, head nurse, you shouldn't blame yourself. Thanks for looking after me. I'll be as good as new after a good night's sleep.
It can be difficult to relax in an unfamiliar... I suggest you take 2 days off to focus on your...
Great. I can't thank you enough, head nurse.
Mr. Odilon, could you escort him back?
Of course. I'm on guard duty in the administrative area tonight, so nothing will go...
Guess you're finally done for the day now, huh?
Yep. Oh, no rush! Well, tomorrow it is then.
Oh, don't you worry! We will! After a... Yeah, sleep tight, see... Paimon really did sleep like a log. Let's go. Whoa! How is the
Good morning, Traveler and Paimon.
No problem. Anything we can do to help?
There's a bit of a complicated situation here. I'm still getting to the bottom.
You have to believe me. I'm telling... You're in a medical... Please, listen to me. I'm not Gascon. I'm Uy.
You're a horrible liar, you know that? We get all your mugshots with the arrest warrant.
You mean because of the way I look? I don't know what happened.
I brought you here to figure out what's going on. If you truly are...
This is nuts. Yesterday's interrogations...
Morning, Your Grace. What's going on?
Remember the case I mentioned yesterday? The one brought to me by the Marash...
That's even weirder than what that guy was saying yesterday.
The thing is, none of them have been able to provide any evidence whatsoever to support their claim.
And we thought yesterday was as busy...
We've compiled their statements. Have a look. Perhaps...
Wait.
Release? Interesting. The inmates they spoke of in their...
I noticed that too.
All the more reason to be cautious. Lumberzar, check the release list for today and make sure no one gets processed. We're gonna need a new...
I'm on it.
It's conceivable that our group of serious offenders somehow found a way to switch places with inmates who are about...
We did consider that possibility. But I mean, just look at them.
Only if they're dead ringers for the inmates due for release, I suppose.
Yes, the inmates' mugshots were attached to the list. The only other thing that stands out to me is that their voices sound a little...
Oh, really?
Give me a moment. I think I... I know, it's not time to change your dressing yet, but please...
Huh? Isn't that the...
This should be Honore. He has very severe facial ulcers, which require...
Yes, like I told you. I'm not Putton. I'm on...
So there has been a swap. Well,
No, I believe it was their... The method is a bit like replacing a tooth. Take the bad tooth out. Traveler, Paimon,
Yeah, sure do.
then you can be my witnesses. To start with... So, you're Eric?
Yes, head nurse. It's me. You do believe me, right?
I need to do another examination.
All right. It's the cognition test first, right?
Now, try to recall if you can. The last time we did this test,
I believe it was...
But that means...
Huh?
So, basically, last night, the Eric who said Sijwin did another test before letting him leave.
Huh? I don't know about any test last night. There was nothing to do in the observation ward.
Well, in that case, there is a reason...
so what exactly happened?
The gang of serious offenders wanted to break out of prison, so they identified a group of scapegoats. Namely, last night, when Odilon was on duty, they ambushed him and had one of... Then, once all the other inmates were asleep, Odilon... However, they made one mistake. Henri changed his... Real Eric came to the guards for help, but we didn't know then what we know now. So we put it down. However, since one of the gang members was posing as a guard, they simply changed
Right, because I'd put Eric on the observation list by then, and no...
Hence why the imposters had to pull that little stunt to...
Yeah, it all makes sense now. The Duke
Well, I can't fault the reasoning. But I'm afraid that
Criminals altering their facial appearance to commit crimes is nothing new. In fact, we carefully examined all the suspects, and there is no
so far, it seems more likely that the gang stole documentation belonging to the inmates.
Actually, there is a potion that can completely change some...
A shape-shifting potion?
Forgive me, head nurse, but this is the first time I'm hearing about it. If so...
Yes, I am.
But...
Please, trust me in my professional opinion as an
At the same time, without any solid evidence, it's pure speculation. Yep. Let's do that.
Okay. Well, it was our negligence that meant we had to come and conduct these...
Your Grace, bad news. I paused the releases like you asked, but we were too late. I checked the list, and sure enough, it's all the people who gave statements.
2 hours ago? That's before today's interrogations began.
So there really was a switch after all.
We should be able to catch up with them if we leave now, right?
Not if that potion is real. They can just switch faces again after leaving the fortress. And if the Maréchaussée's Melusines can't...
Yikes! So we're at a complete dead end!
Well, technically there is one more. We were only able to arrest this gang thanks to the help of a researcher.
Oh? For what? Isn't that the handsome guy we met at that...
Handsome? One of the crimes this gang is charged with is the manufacture and sale of illicit drugs. At first, he thought it was a typical case of intellectual property infringement, and he tried to negotiate. Thanks to his report, we were able...
What a hero! Bet that took courage on...
No doubt. This is worth following up on. As the one who snitched on them, that aside, since he's negotiated with them in person...
Understood, Your Grace. My team and I will head to the Fontaine Research Institute right away. In the meantime, please keep an eye...
Of course.
Miss Morgan, I'd like to come along and help you catch these
Huh?
Well, I'm the one who discharged the fake Eric last night, so I feel partly responsible.
Don't say that, head nurse. Your focus was on...
I also have a more personal reason.
Look, head nurse, I completely understand...
Don't worry, I can defend myself just...
You say that.
If I may, Miss Morgan, Sijwin is the one who raised the potion hypothesis, and if you really are worried for her sake... Ah, there you go, right on cue.
Okay. Well, since this plan...
Fine.
Greetings. Sorry to impose, but I'm afraid we're here on...
The Marche Phantom. Let me guess, you're investigating some more legal research?
Not this time, no. We're looking for a researcher.
What? He actually doesn't work on site here very often. He's a
Just a handful? Paimon figured he'd be the most popular guy around.
Well, I guess you could say he's popular, at least on a superficial level. He's blessed with good looks, so he tends to make a good first... But in all his time here at the Fontaine Research Institute, I don't think he's ever had a single deep
That's so weird. He definitely didn't come across like a recluse at that product promotion.
I don't find that weird at all. He definitely didn't strike...
Really? Paimon couldn't tell. Must be a Melusine perception
Okay, we should talk with his acquaintances. But we also need to check the Research Institute for any clues.
Sure thing. We'll go ask around among the other researchers with Sijwin. Excuse us.
That's me. What?
Are you close friends with Rawat? We're trying to find out where he is.
Close friends? You mean because I told him I should have known, really? Men like him...
Okay.
Why would I know where he's at?
Ugh, this is getting annoying. Shall we go ask someone else?
I think she knows Rawat better.
Maybe, but we're not going to get much...
She's displaying symptoms common among people in...
It's... Cura...
Oh, we're still no closer to finding Mr. Rawat. Oh, by this point...
Danger? Wait, why are you looking for him again?
Oh, that's right, yeah!
What? How has this happened? He's...
Oh, I see.
Okay, but this is purely out of concern for his safety. I heard she raised him alone, that they had it pretty tough financially, and these days she's...
Oh, okay. Do you know the address?
Nope, sorry. I only found out the thing about his mother. When I told him I had a crush on him, I offered to help him take... Unbelievable. These guys only want to show you their...
Looks like her love syndrome is flaring up again.
We need to find out Mr. Rawat's mother's address. Let's check with the Marechaussee officers when we regroup.
Cool, sounds like a plan.
Sorry to bother you, sir, but are you Bertram?
Who's asking?
Just some concerned citizen.
Not anymore, we're not. Turns out we don't.
Oh, yeah? What?
The thing about us researchers is, most of us do. He won't even let you work with him unless you sign a confidentiality. Now that I've got my own technical solution for my compressor.
So that's what Rawat is.
We'd still like to know where to find.
Wait, you're. Yeah, I know you. You're the head nurse at the Fortress of Meripede.
Wow, turns out Sijwin's got.
Thing is, I have no real way of knowing where he might be. I stopped, but if you want my advice, I'd say go talk to the peddlers.
Peddlers?
Yeah. Back when I was working with him, I noticed he met with them quite often. The little I overheard was about manufacturing and selling
drugs? Doesn't he work with skincare products? Do those...
Who knows? I never cared to find out.
Thank you. You've given us plenty to work with.
Welcome. Goodbye. And
Everything here is in order.
Coming at ya!
But a momentary distraction.
Are you in?
What do you want?
We're here to ask about Rawat. Any idea where...
Close? Not sure that's the word I'd use.
Huh?
It's been a good few days since I last saw him. I don't know where he's at. Go ask someone else.
Would the patent in question...
Yeah, kinda. Butterfly do, or whatever he calls it. I heard he made a tidy sum off of that one.
Okay, now we're getting...
Most of the other researchers here focus on mechanics, energy, stuff like that. But I'm studying coatings. There's a huge overlap in our areas of research. I bought his product once and noticed it. Don't get me wrong. I had no intention of plagiarizing his work. I was hoping to get official permission to use his findings in my own research. Followed the proper procedure. It was all above board. But despite that, he turned me down not once, not twice.
Huh, so is Rawat antisocial, or is this guy just jealous? Well, it doesn't look like we're gonna get any info about Rawat's whereabouts from him.
Wait, 1 second. Mr. Antibes, next time you go shopping, you should buy some Buell fruits. Peel the skin, steep in water, then drink.
Huh? Yeah.
Well, that's all 3 researchers. Let's head back to the meetup point. You know, Paimon started out thinking Rawat was a handsome researcher with a friendly and cheerful personality.
So, what's your view of him now, Paimon?
A handsome researcher whose difficult upbringing turned him into a profit chaser.
So your thoughts about his appearance?
Well, his looks are kind of a big deal. At least in Paimon's opinion. How did such a handsome guy end up being so antisocial? Even with his difficult family background.
You can't judge a person solely based on their appearance.
Head nurse. Traveler. I guess...
Bertram mentioned Rawat's involvement with some pharmaceutical merchants.
Since he was a whistleblower on such a huge case, I ran a background check on.
How strange. If he was so focused on commercializing, maybe he and his business partners.
You think he may have colluded with the gang?
Isn't that pretty unlikely, though? Most children who come to me with tooth decay have suffered pain.
I saw him when he came to make his report, and I certainly didn't get. You mentioned that he comes from a poor family. By the time he discovered who they really were.
That does make a lot of sense. It would. No wonder he's so unsociable. In that case, the situation. If Rawat was working with the escaped inmates, they're sure to know more about it.
Based on the information we've gathered so far,
2 days ago. So he went.
That was the same day he reported the criminals to.
Don't worry, everyone. I believe we still have a chance. Yeah, he must have been worried that they'd come for him.
All the more reason to find him as soon as possible. The only lead we have at the moment is his mother's house.
Yep. When you register a brand, the Court of Fontaine requires.
Okay, then there's no time to lose.
All right, this should be the house.
Okay.
Sounds like whoever's inside has restricted mobility. Oh, it seems serious. Oh, what's the fastest way to get... break the door down?
No, I'll handle it. Let the expert deal. Calm down. Deep breaths. Remember your training. Control your strength. And... it's open!
Seath, take a few people and lie in wait. Keep your eyes peeled for any activity around the house. The Traveler had...
Oh, there. On the bed, there's an old lady. That's gotta be Rawat's mother. We could try, but she is very ill. We mustn't...
Well, doesn't look like Rawat's here.
Yep. Hello, ma'am. Might I ask... Hard of hearing, perhaps.
I have one here.
I'd like to show you a photo, ma'am. Is this... Looks like this is...
Well, looks like we're out of leads.
Is it possible he could have avoided return?
Maybe.
Guess so.
I suggest we all return there now. We found a good amount of useful information.
Sorry, officer, but could I stay here for a while? This patient...
Of course. Traveler, stay with the head.
Also, I'd like some Marechaussee members to stay as well.
Why's that?
If Rawat knows how serious his mother's condition is...
Got it.
Thanks for helping me out yet again, Traveler in Paimon. No problem. But when you say her condition... Yes, she's barely... Oh. Let me take care of a few things first. Yeah, of course. I can tell that her family has tried a lot of different treatment methods, including some very expensive medicine. Sijwin. Yes. In Melizine's eyes, a human's birth, but human medicine can defy that law to some extent. In that sense, it is a science of miracles. That is why I became... But it was only after I truly became a doctor that I realized miracles don't always happen. Even the greatest doctors cannot cure all diseases. Sijwin. Well, don't worry about me, Paimon. A doctor's duty is not... At the very least, I can lower her fever. Yeah. All the more reason to find... Oh, her fever is getting worse. Could I get... Sure, we're on the... Found the hot water? Sure did. And look what else we found. Judging by this journal, it seems like Rawat has a private lab. There's a good chance he... Oh, that's great news. But hold on just a moment. The wet towel is ready. I'm giving you another injection. Are you feeling better now? It's all right. We'll go bring him... Thank you. It's Officer Morgan!
We came as soon as we heard the news.
Don't blame yourself. There's a mechanical door over here!
It's open. Let's go in.
How did they get in here? Captain, up ahead! Those look like our fugitives!
So they found this place too? Don't let any of them escape!
Hey there! Let's see! Uh-oh! Yeah!
Want a taste of my hammer? Another test subject. Freeze!
Illusion shattered!
The wind knows me.
Captain, according to our list, many of the fugitives aren't accounted for.
So these guys...
The Mara Shosei Phantom!
Wait, it's that guard from the fortress.
That's right, I'm on your side. The Duke sent me. What's the matter? Some sort of mix-up?
Mr. Odilon, didn't I tell you a few days ago that you need to stop all
Well, you know, gotta help His Grace.
Officer Morgan, this man is an imposter. The real Mr. Odilon has no reason.
What? But
Looks like the head nurse was right about the face-swapping method. Arrest them all! DuPont, stay here and keep guard. And watch the exit. If we're not...
Got it.
So many jars. Was this some sort of production facility?
This scent, it's probably the ingredients used.
How come they're all empty? Did it sell so well that he ran out of supplies?
How strange. Why would Rawat choose to manufacture a popular product like that in such a difficult-to-reach location, given our suspicion that he may have been coerced?
Perhaps Butterfly...
Do you have any evidence for that claim?
No, just...
Understood.
Wind Strider!
Doesn't look like we're gonna get this door open. Let's find another way around.
One with nature.
This one's closed too. What's with those carts and tracks? Oh, maybe it's one of those doors that opens when it senses cargo passing through. There's a loaded cart right over there. Let's bring it to the door and give it a try.
Into the wind.
There is no escape!
One with nature.
You might feel a little prick.
This room's much smaller than the others.
Judging by the implements on the table, this looks like a...
Head nurse! Over here.
Let's see. Huh? Yikes, Sijwin!
Oh, what a tragic way to go.
There's a path leading further on, Officer Morgan. Let's keep up the pace.
There's a...
Are you serious? You're telling us that within a day, our
Fontanian physiology changed dramatically.
Why didn't you say anything?
Look, my plan got y'all out of prison, didn't it?
You're just lucky we didn't leave you in there.
Partners? Make no mistake, each of us is only looking out for himself. If you place too much trust in, you hid things from me too. Remember how you each—
Oh, and you didn't have a secret spare? Then do you want to explain how you—
Guys, that's enough. Calm down. What's the plan, Parton?
There is no plan. We followed him here on the promise. Besides, what does it matter now anyway?
I said enough argument.
The most practical solution is to continue using the potion.
Are you kidding me?
Well, there is another option. But you'll have to make a deal with me first.
Okay, now we're talking.
I have a document I took from that researcher that details how to make a replacement. Just give me one. What's the problem? I thought you always...
What do you think? That we were shipping them into the...
Well then, say hello to never showing your marred face.
I've heard enough! Get him!
Freeze! Marshal say Phantom!
What? Who let them in?
Officer Morgan, before anything else...
Bro, what?
I don't see him.
Spare us your condescending attempts to...
Parton?
Arrest them all!
Don't slip and fall!
I'm going in!
Clouds high. The birds call. The wind knows me.
Torn to oblivion!
Picked the wrong test subject.
Don't be nervous! Just relax! Calm down!
Not bad.
A proper send-off from Messina with love.
Teamwork is dreamwork! Now you shall perish! Illusion shattered!
Floaty floaty!
Huh. Gotta say.
Some patients respond better to a more aggressive...
Captain, we finished the head count.
Over there! The door's closing!
One group trying to arrest me, another trying to hunt me down. Good. I gotta...
How did he get up there? There must be...
Don't waste your energy. I already...
How naive. We have more...
Well then, you'd better hope they get...
There's some kind of gas leaking from the pipes.
This is our distribution center, where we store the pipe network here was designed to emit a gas.
Why would you do this?
Oh, please. If they can't supply what I need, they're of no further—
He's a maniac! Come on, we gotta find a way to
Go ahead, struggle in vain. Once the last of you croaked,
Are you sure you're ready to leave?
you can't cure my face.
And?
Nice try. You're just trying to stall me. Don't you worry about me. I'll find a way to cure my face once I get out of here.
Oh, I doubt it. The key component of the face-changing potion is the fluid left behind by dissolved Fontanians. It might look like ordinary water. Before the flood, all Fontanians were Oceanids. A potion made from that fluid could dissolve and reconstruct the face of a Font. Theoretically, it could give someone— But since the flood, Fontanians have become true humans.
Are you saying this potion?
How could you know all of this?
It also means that I have a formula you're—
I might get to make it—
Oh, it's not a formula. But if—
What?
When I tried Rawat's skincare product, I noticed it had— I'm guessing his skincare lotion contains the fruits of your joint research.
Huh. Impressive guess. But it only contains a tiny amount of the active—
Well, I found a way to reverse the dilution.
That's impossible.
If I tell you some of the ingredients,
Tainted hydrophantasms and trans—
So? Can we—
Sounds good to me. There's a delivery pipeline beneath this window.
Nope, not trusting you that easily. You're like those naughty kids who try to hide their illness. Open the sluice gate.
Even if you're not bluffing, your potion won't keep— I'm not closing the valve this—
Fine, then I'll just stand here with the potion in my hand.
No.
It's open!
Disable that sluice gate! Jam it!
That's more like it.
Head nurse, there's too much poison gas in here. We have to leave, now!
That was Oh, don't be too quick to sit down. Moving around a little will help. Same goes for you, Traveler.
Flying fast is pretty tiring too, actually. Anyway, that's not important.
Shame I ended up giving the improved version.
No, please don't. I'm on Yeah.
Head nurse, I've done a final head count of our team in the criminal. It's a shame that we didn't find Rawat.
What a horrible bunch.
Especially— No, we wouldn't. I always keep a whole bunch of antidotes on me for emergencies. And—
What? Then why did you—
If this is true, if he changes his appearance and flees Fontaine—
No, you don't understand. I gave him the
What do you mean?
Oh, we gotta hurry. She—
Don't move a muscle. I might be short, but I pack a mean punch. Captain. You're just in time. While I was lying in wait, I spotted this crook snooping around, trying to...
Oh.
Are you... Potton?
What?
This is how Potton looked before his face was marred.
Wait, so what's going on? Wasn't the whole point of the potion to disguise himself and escape Fontaine? Why would...
Enough of this nonsense.
You better pipe down. There's an old lady...
To heck with it. Listen to...
He's gotta be lying, right? Rawat was a victim...
Forced against his will. Back when I was being coerced, everyone thought I was cool. Amazing what a difference a handsome face makes.
Save us.
You want an explanation? Fine. I'll tell it how it is. When I was just Potton.
Ew. What do you want? Get away from me.
Women despise me.
Collaborate? You don't look like much of a researcher to me.
My peers scorned me.
Mr. Potton, was it? I'm most interested in your research. Consider my offer carefully. I doubt you'll find other investment opportunities.
Only villains would work with me.
You want out of the game? Forget about it. Turns out, I slipped up a little. Left your picture with some Marechaussee Phantom officers. Easy mistake to make. So I suggest you put any thoughts of running away to rest.
There was no way out for me. Until...
Mr. Rawat,
I became popular with women.
This new potion you developed is fascinating. Genius, in fact. Would you consider working with me? I'd be happy to sign a licensing agreement.
My peers looked up to me.
I'm very interested in your research, sir.
And the villains even began to fear me. Becoming Rawat showed me but I did not hold a grudge. After all this superficiality, or so I thought. But alas, the world... Mother, I'm back. How are you doing?
Who are you?
I bought the best medicine Mora could buy, but nothing would cure her illness. In the end, I hoped she'd at least be able to see her son one last time before she passed, but when everyone else rejected me, the only person who cared about me was my mother.
I have to let her see me again. Even if it means donning my own wretched, ugly face. Well, is that enough explaining for you? Now do you understand?
Have you ever considered if you'll even be able to... You found a way to completely change your identity.
Why would I want to give up on such...
So you kept being a villain just for...
Villain? By what? You have no right to judge me! You're
You're a villain to the... Honestly, I don't see a villain when I look at your...
Don't humor me. You don't seem surprised by my confession.
I didn't know anything for sure until you chose... I had to confirm my
Are you kidding me? A young...
Well, there were no visual but I believe I understand humanity a...
Fundamental qualities, huh? Most people probably don't know this, but I think I can guess what your deal is. You used it yourself, didn't you?
Sijwin? Yes, you're right.
I'll bet it was either carry on living in the gutters as part of an alien race. So you see, you and I were the same.
That's not important right now. You came here to see your mother.
Huh?
Head nurse, I'm not sure that's a good idea.
Don't worry. Back in the warehouse when I traded he was willing to risk sacrificing his only chance of escaping capture by opening the gate in exchange for the...
I see.
So before you arrest him, please allow him to see...
All right.
Mom? It's me, Potton. Your son. Mom!
I'm sorry, but I have some bad news.
What?
Your appearance no longer has any bearing.
No, it can't be. I've done so much to get to this point. No.
The temperature of his palm must have changed. I'm sorry. It seems I couldn't bring him back to you after all. It's you. Thank you. Oh, of course.
Mom! Why were you...
No more questions, Potton.
Mom?
I'm sorry to say this, Potton, but you and I...
The wait is over, everyone! The sale of our new skincare product.
Another skincare promotion! And it's selling as fast as last time. Wonder what people would think if they knew it. Oh, Sijwin's here too! Hey, Sijwin! Oh, Traveler Pipe. Of course! Nurse's orders, right?
Actually, I'm mostly here to...
Ah, that reminds Paimon. That stuff's...
No, there's nothing to worry about. Besides, officers have already retrieved... After consulting Monsieur Nervulette, I came up with a way to neutralize any...
Wow.
Thank you for serving as our consultant, head nurse. All the butterfly do...
Great! Good job!
Also, you mentioned you wanted a copy of her Watson after he saw his mother for the last time. Apparently, the formula was something he discovered by their supplier was Vache. But you could also argue it made for a seamless collaboration.
Vache again, huh?
Make no mistake. The crimes of Vache, and since the flood cut off their supply of primordial seawater, they've been forced to resort to after receiving numerous reports.
That sounds more like it.
Based on what he told us in his confession, we pretty much had him backed into a corner. He tried to throw us off his tail by reporting his accomplishment, but there was one thing he hadn't anticipated. Even though Potton had...
So he tried this once before, huh? Guess he really did want his...
Looking at the interrogation records...
Yes, which is why I suspect that his initial motive for using the even so, he went to...
I understand.
Why did you want them anyway?
Potton was one of my patients.
So why are you still treating him like your patient? Isn't he kind of beyond redemption now?
That may be true, but a patient is a patient.
One last thing, head nurse. Please keep everything. It would be for the best if most of Fontaine...
Of course. Not to...
Thank you for understanding. I'll take my leave then.
So, Sijwin, did you really use that potion yourself?
Why do you sound so surprised, Paimon? I told you all about it. It was quite a while ago.
You mean that story about the witch and the potion?
Yes, it really actually genuinely was.
But...
I know. There are some secrets. Before I tell you, though, could you follow me?
Of course! Oh, Nervalette and Risley, they're here too.
Good to see you, traveler. Paimon. I trust all—
Big news, everyone. The Udex is out of his office. Why wouldn't they? Important business is a big deal.
Ah, yes, you're quite right. When someone you care about requires emotional— After reading the Maréchal Phantom's report—
Take note. That, my friends, is how Monsieur Neuvillette shows that he—
So the old friend she mentioned... Oh, sorry. Paimon didn't mean to...
I doubt she considers that title—
Indeed. In fact, I believe Sijwin— In those days, many people harbored prejudice.
Wow, it's really nice.
Younger colleague. Well, Sijwin served a sentence in the fortress of Meripede hundreds of years ago. Strictly speaking, the head nurse has been around longer than most people in the fortress.
She served a sentence?
Yes. Long before I became Udex, there was an ancient law. Initially, I and most researchers believed this, but now it seems more likely that the law was nothing more than an insurance.
Ignorance is bliss, as they say.
Sijwin had her reasons for choosing to obtain.
Could you tell us a little bit more about what happened?
Certainly. Sijwin does not object to her close friends learning about her.
Even with their daughter so ill, they kicked you out? Shame that I don't have the energy.
Master, what are you...
I discovered a strange disease. One I had no choice but to experiment on myself to find...
Then I'll find it.
There's no need.
But, Master...
As I said before,
I know, but... I'll do whatever it takes.
Even if it means breaking the law.
As long as I don't hurt anyone.
Then I shall make one more final gamble. If I am able to work this miracle, then I will. If not, then it means there is one more. I will leave you a parting gift. An accidental
When Sijwin returned, she found a potion bottle and a note on the table. After using the— and after I had confirmed the veracity of the events, I gave—
So that's what happened.
I fear Sijwin only understood the full story. When I reflected on all this with that knowledge in hand, after the final details of the events surrounding Sijwin's transfer—
Wonder how she feels.
Since she invited you here, I imagine she—
You're here. The old friend I mentioned was my teacher. Sijwin, the witch who gave you the magic potion. Sounds like Monsieur Neuvillette filled you in. After learning the truth, well, to be honest, but she was planning to set. That's just who she was. If lying, all right, but what? I broke the law. Simple as that. My teacher. True. It's just you're not like him at all, and everything never. And yet, you were still convicted and unfair. I happen to think just the opposite. What makes you say that? I knew you'd be curious. Let me tell you a story. The verdict came down. This Melusine is guilty. The Udex defended the authority of Fontaine law, but he did not confiscate the Melusine's medical kit. And so, the fortress of Meripede gained a new little doctor. She still wore her hood and raincoat, even though it never rained in the fortress.
Perhaps thanks to her human appearance, no one refused her treatment. She treated more and more patients, and her sentence grew ever shorter. Finally, the people of the fortress could not live without her, and though her sentence ended, she did not leave them either. Then one day, she received an invitation from the outside world. The location seemed familiar, and when she arrived, an old lady was waiting for her. She saw right through the Melazine's disguise, but didn't reveal it. Instead, she asked a question.
Tell me, why do you think you gained the respect of so many people, despite being a Melazine?
Because I look like a human?
It's been 50 years, Sijwin, and you haven't aged a day. I think everyone knows you are not human. I finally found you, after all these years. I still remember, you know. It was you who saved me that night.
But how? I was no longer a Melazine by then.
Does it really matter if you're human or Melazine? I remember the warmth of your palm. It's quite unmistakable. And you know what? It hasn't changed one bit. You don't have to hide anymore, Sijwin. These days, everyone wants to make friends with Melazines. And I think that it's all because of you. I'm sorry I couldn't say this until now, but thank you, Dr. Melazine.
Now that's an ending Paimon can get behind.
After hearing everything Paten said, I wanted to tell him that I tried to treat him, but the root... I understand.
Oh, it's nothing. Our pleasure.
Oh, there's one more reason I invite... In order to restore the appearances of the face-swapping victims, the Marechaussee Phantom gave me...
We don't need it.
Well, even if you chose to destroy it, I still...
Well, fair enough, but anyway, still... If this is the very last bottle in all of Teyvat, Melazine physiology wasn't affected by the Great Flood, right? So that means the potion should... After all, from a Melazine point of view,
Paimon, after everything, she...
What was Paimon thinking?
You made it... Leave it to me.